Greetings and salutations. If you're new to the channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. My name is Eric Moss. I'm a personal trainer, motivational speaker, and modern day performing strongman. If you're unfamiliar with what a modern day performing strongman is picture the strongmen of old like the mighty Adam and Alexander Zass and the sort of shows that they would do, but with a modern day twist. So as an example, I would perform feats of strength like bending steel bars, breaking chains, rolling up frying pans, holding back motorcycles, and other feats of strength like that as part of a motivational speech. At least that's the way my shows typically go. Now, being a modern day performing strongman, I know that people have questions for me. So I started a YouTube series called Ask Eric Moss, where I would invite you to ask me questions. And you do that by dropping it in the comments below. And when you do that, I get back to you with your very own custom video. Pretty neat, right? So this question comes from Sam Iacono, and he says, have you ever considered putting your strength and looks to use as a professional wrestler? Thank you for asking that. As a matter of fact, long ago, I did. I'm actually a pretty big fan of professional wrestling. I loved it during the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. And nowadays, I like to watch AEW, with favorites being Chris Jericho. And back in the day, I really liked HBK Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. And in fact, the first time I ever saw someone roll up a frying pan was actually Mark Henry on an episode of SmackDown. So back when I was considering doing it, one of the things with me is I'm not a very big guy. And at the time, WWE was basically the only game in town, with the exception of like small promotions here and there. And I even had my very own wrestling persona picked out. I was going to be Kid Sexy with the gyrations that rocked the nation. Now, I didn't end up pursuing any of that because I'm not a very big guy, and I knew in order to get anywhere in this business that you would have to be a big guy, and AEW doesn't tend to have a lot of big guys, but that was like a long time in the future. Going back to my own journey, I had a conversation with the Iron Tamer Dave Whitley, I guess it was kind of early into my career. And Iron Tamer Dave Whitley is a modern day performing strongman. He's the one that wrote the foreword to my book. And he actually used to work as a professional wrestler years ago. And he's also a rocker, and I'm also a rocker. And I had told him that I was like, I think I found my path, because I'm not big enough to be a professional wrestler. And being in a band is a lot of work, and very few people make it. And I feel like I found the calling that I was meant for. And I really do feel that way too. I'm still passionate about the other things, but when it comes to performing feats of strength, I have, not to get high on my own supply, but my show is solid. My motivational speech is solid. It's a powerful thing when I bring it. And everywhere that I bring it, and everyone that I've performed in front of has said, that was amazing. I get raving reviews everywhere I go. I'm good at this. So would I have been as good of a professional wrestler? I don't know. My strength and looks, I don't think were meant for professional wrestling. A lot of times professional wrestlers are supposed to look intimidating. I don't think I look that intimidating. You have to look imposing. I'm 5'7" and 165 pounds. How imposing is that really? But it seems to really work for me as a modern day performing strongman. And heck, I'm able to do the things that I can do. So, Sam Iacono, I thank you for asking that. It's a bit out of the ordinary type of questions, and that's kind of fun for me sometimes. So I thank you for asking that. If anybody has any other questions for me, please drop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you with your very own custom video. It helps me with the algorithm and it helps giving me ideas for content by giving you guys what you want to hear. So that's it for today. If you liked the content, please let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, or if you want to see the chronicles from my shows, I do it as like a vlogumentary format. Subscribe to the channel. And if you have questions or comments or anything like that, drop it in the comments below. But in the meantime, please stay happy, healthy, and strong. Eric Moss, over and out.